Next one. More likely to pop off, SOFM or
SOFM.
Canyon?
SOFM.
Ooh,
SOFM.
quick to answer there, my friend.
Yeah. In terms of a pop-off, right? When I think pop-off, I think just like on nutty levels of play, solo carrying, start to finish. I think SOFM is more likely to put up a performance like that. I definitely still consider Canyon to be, in a lot of cases, the more consistent jungler. And this isn't who's going to perform necessarily better, but I think more likely to pop off, you got to go SOFM.
I'm gonna add a little sprinkle into this though, and I'm gonna go Canyon.
Okay.
Because SOFM, I'd say like 90% of the time, he's going to build a lot more tank items. He still pops off. And he does build a lot of tank items, and he's an instrumental part in a lot of these team fights. And because he builds that way, he can be the point person. But Canyon builds a lot of damage, and Canyon has been absolutely smurfing this since summer for Damwon. So I'm gonna go with Canyon. They are both amazing junglers to watch. So I think no wrong answers with this one.
Yeah, I agree. Oh boy.
World's top 20 2020 champion will be Damwon or Suning.
Who is gonna take it, Kobe?
All right, for me, I'm gonna give my explanation. If I was a betting man, I would for sure go with Damwon. I think Damwon are going to be favored by the majority of people. They should be favored by the majority of people, and yet I am not a betting man. And Suning have overcome every single higher rated team, every single higher rated seed from their own region, number 1 and number 2 LPL, out the window. So even though I think Damwon do have a higher chance of winning, I think they should be favored. I don't care. I'm gonna go with Suning.
Kobe, that sounds like the words of a man who likes to bet when he takes
because I think there's a higher chance that I lose.
Yeah, no, I know.
Choosing this.
All right, well then by your definition, I'm 100% a betting man. I'm gonna go with Damwon. I've been saying since the beginning of the tournament, I think this is the year that the LCK strikes back. We have not had an LCK versus LPL final since 2014, Kobe. It has been a long time since we've seen these two regions go at it. I think this is where LCK takes the title back. I'm going with Damwon Gaming, but I think we're also not going to get our first 3-0 in the last, right? We've had three 3-0s in a row.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, we've had 3 3-0s in a row. I'm ready for us to break that mold. 3-1, 3-2, but I do think it's going to Damwon.
Yeah, I mean, to go into it a little bit further, like, okay, so Damwon, they are also more flexible. A lot of people have talked about the champion picks for them. Nuguri on the top side. The Lulu pick has been really big for them. And we saw Suning try and be a little bit more diverse. They picked the Ornn, which they hadn't picked in 38 games, and it looked a little rocky. I feel like they did it to say that they could do it, and they try and branch out a little, but you got to expect that Suning are going to do more of a similar style. And I feel like, especially in a best of 5, and if you're referring to, better than a 3-0, like you're talking about, as the series elongates, I feel like the extra flexibility on top of the caliber of these players and how they've kept it up the entire way of summer, for Damwon, I think they are more likely to win.
I do have stories
on Suning.
Yeah, I have one more question for you on this matchup, which is which lane, which individual matchup are you looking at the most?
I mean, we had a slide specifically on the jungles for a reason. I think that was a deserved slide. SOFM has been so big. I actually took doing a segment on one of the team fights just about how, because he does build this way, and because he is basically the playmaker for this team to set up a lot of the ways that they go after these team fights and choose their targets. I think that they couldn't do this with any other jungler. Meanwhile, Canyon is the epitome of this style that has taken over the meta, I feel like, and he plays it so incredibly well. It's gonna be a spicy one.
Yeah, I think it's hard to not go with the junglers. The other lane I would call out, though, that I think gets more interesting as the tournament goes on, is that top lane. Of course, you still have Nuguri, one of the top laners that was talked about from the beginning, and then Bin, who just has stepped up to another level at every level of the world stage.
You love to see it.
Those are going to be sweet.
The rookies stepping up here, showing up big, hard carries.